But yeah, the final game, Arsenal versus Manchester City. I'd like you to give your input, like an outsider's opinion on this.
I thought, I'll be honest, I did not understand the line. That's just me being honest.
The what?
I thought, the line, him being
Oh
at
yeah,
home, it would look, it would look like, he's going for it from the get-go. I don't know if Eze is injured or unfit or something. I don't know that. I don't think he is because he played for Crystal Palace before coming to you guys, right?
yeah.
The day he came to you guys, he was supposed to play a game.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. But continue.
No, the day he came to you guys, he was supposed to play the Europa game. Don't you remember they told
Oh,
him
that's what you were
he
saying.
will
Yeah,
come
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
will come
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
you he will
I
come to
thought you were
you after.
saying immediately when he came to us, he was supposed to play because that was the Liverpool game.
No, no, no. He did not play that game because of the when he came through, it wouldn't have been enough training sessions. You guys review like you had a
Yeah, yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah.
thing. Yeah. Now I was very surprised by the line. Just in terms of the lineup, didn't you like think the same? Because I thought
Um,
it was similar to when um you guys played us, where he started Marino, Zubimendi, Rice, and
see,
then
okay, this is
okay,
my this is mine. When we played you guys,
okay,
I didn't. We never. Me and you never spoke about the Arsenal Liverpool game. I was
yeah,
so
yeah.
disappointed that Arteta didn't start Nwaneri in that game as the cam, as the center attacking mid. I People kept saying he should play Eze immediately, and I felt like these people were
Nah,
idiots.
nah, I don't. That game wasn't really about you know.
Yeah, playing your new signing after
Yeah,
that was a super tight game. It's not the type of game you're like, let's draw him in and hope he flies. Like you
I'll
take
take
a
it a
bit of
step
time.
further. I'll take it a step further and say if like you had a, a player who's not on form that would usually be a mainstay, you might consider not playing them in such a game,
Yeah, yeah,
especially
yeah.
away at Anfield. So
Yeah, yeah.
I was very I wasn't really surprised that it was a bit defensive, but I was surprised. I was surprised that he didn't go for it because of our defensive issue.
I I
But
was
I
shocked
wasn't
that he didn't
I
go for
wasn't
it against
surprised.
Liverpool. I was
Yeah,
shocked
that's the
beyond
thing.
belief because I was like, okay, but that one was a bit different because it was like, dude, you either playing Nwaneri or you're playing um Marino. And Nwaneri defensively, like he's a we the way we play with defensive structure. I understand the thought process of being like, Marino obviously will handle the defensive battle better. And for the most part, I do think it worked to a degree against Liverpool. It's just unfortunate that we lost the game. Like we lost control of the game in the second half. So that's why it is. I look at that situation. It worked to a
No, no,
degree.
no. It
However,
it
I
worked.
do
It
think we
worked.
could have done better. One of those where it's like
You
you
know,
did better than the opposition, but you could have done better than you did. So that's the reason with
you
the
know, you know.
Liverpool game, I'm like, I hope Arteta looks at this and says, hey, it didn't work. Never going to try that again. But
Now, you
when
know what
I,
it is.
what?
No, wait. Before moving from to the Man City, the one at Anfield, I was there thinking, um, he went a bit defensive. That's okay, and it
Because it's
worked for him the
Anfield as
second
well.
half. Yeah, I was like, it is what it is. People were complaining, saying he didn't go for it and whatnot. I was surprised he didn't go for it because of when you watch us the previous games,
Yeah.
you would not see like a lot of defensive clip, but yeah, attackingly, like our attacking clip would make sense as to why he went defensive, and I get that. But
Yeah.
when when I saw the game, the first half, it looked like our mistakes were easy to fix mistakes, and we did kind of fix them in the second half. Like I remember, I think one of the Liverpool players was saying afterwards, after the match, but like in the first half, Calafiori was more free, and he caused a lot more problems from with the press and whatnot. You know, and in the second half, they just kind of fix that with keeping him a bit more subdued because he was the key to what they were doing defensively and whatnot, and it was working to our favor, but not in a way that we scored like 3 goals or we could score any open play
Yeah,
goals, and I
yeah.
get that,
There was
but
still no
but
creation because the overall Arsenal setup was just defensive enough to stifle anything that
that's what
could be actually dangerous.
that's what I'm saying.
So that's when
That's
you
what
were
I'm
like,
saying.
as an Arsenal
I'm
fan, that's
surprised.
when you were like, well done, Arteta, good job. You still like the defensive structure was still very strong. Good enough. That's where you're like, good enough.
The thing though, what I was thinking is because like the Man City game last season, you guys were at the Emirates.
We're at the Emirates, and then we beat
So
them
the
5-1. What?
okay, didn't you beat them at the Etihad or did you draw at the Etihad?
Now we drew last minute 2-2.
Oh, okay, okay, then my point is good. But I thought you would be more aggressive in the attack, especially the second half, because you brought on Eze,
Oh,
uh, you brought on, yeah, what?
what?
Oh, I was saying you brought on Eze,
Yeah.
Odegaard. I was surprised at the Max Dowman. I thought, who's this?
Are you still talking about Liverpool
Ethan.
game?
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
I'm trying to tie it to what happened today. I was surprised Max Dowman was the substitute that he chose instead of like an Ethan or something. But I get,
it's because Dalman is like very very cold. But like I can, so that one was like, but it
but
was
he had,
literally like we have unpredictability here. Let's just put him on because they're not gonna know what to expect.
and I thought Kerke's 2 foot slide tackle he hit as soon as he got the ball. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's aggressive,
But
very aggressive. He's a child. But today I saw the sub being Ethan.
today,
Yeah,
today,
like Ethan coming on. Was Max Dowman even on the bench?
no, Mike Salmon wasn't even on the bench. Today, what occurred was was
Bro,
an
when
exercise.
I saw the lineup, I was like, what is Ateta thinking? Like, you're at home,
Bro,
you have the
today
advantage,
was,
go for
I
it.
think, the first time in my whole Arsenal, like my whole time, because I was really annoyed about the Liverpool thing. But I was like, that's just me and you disagreeing on something, Arteta. But today was like, I was so angry when I saw the starting lineup. I was so
Who
angry.
did you want to see? Who did you want to see?
Bro, you do you know why? Like I said before, I was like, you have your choices are basically Nwaneri or Marino because Eze is new, so it's Nwaneri or Marino.
Bro, I swear
But
you could have
but
started Eze.
today made me
You could have
so
started
angry
Eze.
because Ez, oh no, I'm saying against you guys.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's Nwaneri or Marino. Those are your two options because you were not gonna start Eze. Like he hadn't even played a game for us. So I understand. He hadn't even come off the bench for us. That was his first time
When
coming off. What
when you
happened
haven't played,
today made me so angry because I was like, okay, so first things first. Dude, there were so many elements that pissed me off in a way that like I literally couldn't, talk about it. Because I'm watching when I saw the lineup come out, I was like, okay, so the back four, I wanted Saliba to start, and I'm happy that like you'd make that move. I don't think it's right to like start Mascara against Haaland like that. Like that's low key a baptism of fire.
That the
But it's
back
not,
four wasn't bad.
huh?
I'm saying the back four wasn't bad.
Yeah, they weren't bad. They weren't bad. I think the goal that Man City scored, Arsenal did really, really poor. And this is what I'm getting to when I'm speaking about like Arteta at this current moment. Why? Like, there's so many things that he did. What? Like, you play Marino ahead of basically you play Marino ahead of you know
A
Nwaneri.
cam.
That's what I'm thinking in my
No,
head.
no,
You play
ahead
Marino.
of no, no.
No, no, but
It-
you no, you have to hear the thinking. You have to hear the full thinking.
He
I'm
you
thinking,
play
yep.
you play Marino ahead of every cam in at Arsenal.
No, no, but like no, hear the full thinking. Hear the full thinking. I'm
Okay,
saying
okay.
my because I'm looking. I'm like you play Marino ahead of Nwaneri, which I still think is stupid. You're home. You're home. This is a home game. You beat them 5-1 last time. Like
Let's
you're
go.
playing Marino ahead of Nwaneri. So I'm like, this is really annoying. And then I look to the left wing, and I'm like, wait, so you're not playing Eze, like you're not starting Eze at left wing. Like this is like
He
then I'm like,
started
so
Trossard.
you're not gonna play Eze left wing, but you still didn't play him Cam. Is that's when I went on my knees and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you know, when you have a moment where you're like, what are you doing? And the goal that Man City scored, the goal that Man City scored pissed me off so much
It
after the
looked like
game, more so
it
than when
looked
it
like you
happened,
guys.
because it was pure. It was pure. It was pure. Like, if we had someone in the center mid who was technically gifted, they were gonna put the ball down in that moment because the ball was just bouncing off of us onto them. They were trapping and then we were bouncing it, and then they get free, and now we're running back. And I was just like, what the like? Why did you make this move? And the only reason why right now I'm not looking at Arteta and telling him, listen, man, you need to change immediately. I'm still saying you need to change, but you need
You're
to
not
change
saying
immediately.
kick
The
him out.
only reason, huh?
I'm saying you're not yet that kick him out.
The only reason is because at halftime he was like, take every mistake I made, correct it. He didn't correct it fully because he kept Trossard on, and then he removed Madueke. So now you're like,
I thought I was going to ask you
that's
about like, is it a like somebody might have an injury thing? Because Saka, I can understand, he's been out.
Saka. I can
But I think,
understand. Brilliant player, played brilliant today. Everything just it's just gorgeous when you see him come on. It's like you're just watching beauty. So then I'm
and
like,
then
Saka, come on for
Martinelli,
Madueke.
Martinelli had a decent game last game against what you call it? Who are you playing? Bilbao.
Yeah, Bilbao.
Yeah, he had a decent game that game. So
Yeah,
I
this a
assume
decent cameo.
he might, yeah, he might have been what's this up on the list. When I didn't
I
see him, I was like, oh, they're playing Eze. And I didn't see Eze. I was like, oh, okay. Who are they playing? I saw Trossard. I was like, oh, hey man, to each their own. To each,
I've mentioned my thoughts about Trossard like multiple
yeah,
times.
you said you
I
hate.
don't hate him. I just think he's just not at a level where you should be starting him like starting him period, if I'm honest. Starting him period. You should start him in cup games and things like that. This guy is the definition. Or even his skill set, everything about him is, yeah, this guy's good for the bench. And now
Plugging the plugging play.
Martinelli has come to a point where like I'm watching him and I'm like, this is amazing. This is the kind of guy we need on the bench as well. Like this is a nice addition to have on the bench. So to make those decisions that Arteta made today, when it's clear that Trossard isn't a starter, Martinelli's more of a starter than Trossard, and Eze was available, and Madueke was having a hell of a first half, and then you remove him and put Saka
Half
on, and
time.
then you don't take
Oh my
Trossard on.
God. The thing I thought he would do was Trossard for Saka and then move Madrid to the other side like he was playing
bro.
them in like preseason. I'm like, your
Dude,
whole preseason you were practicing this, and you
okay,
just
no,
chose.
he wasn't playing like that in preseason. He only
Didn't
played
he
one game
play
like that.
Madueke? Are you sure?
Yeah, because Madueke came late in preseason due to he was at the
Oh, the
Club World
World
Cup.
Cup, Club World Cup. But didn't he play more than one game there?
Yeah, he
Let
played
me
two
check.
games at left wing. So this is my thing. He saw
But then
Madueke
that's
two games
that's
at left
that's
wing,
his
and he was like,
that's
"I
Madueke's.
don't like this." Huh?
Wasn't that Madueke's preseason with Arsenal?
What?
The two games where Madueke played left wing.
What? One was preseason where he came off the bench for. Then the other one,
Okay.
I think it's actually three games. One was preseason where he came off the bench for. The other two were Premier League games. And see me, I look at the situation and I'm like, okay, he looked at the like Arteta saw it and was like, I don't like this. And I can appreciate that from Arteta. I actually can. I'm like, yeah, because I didn't like it completely either. I prefer
Did
it
you
to what I
did
saw
you
with Trossard.
I
And
was going to say,
honestly,
did you like
honestly, in my opinion, just my straight, honest opinion, is that the move was clearly to put Saka as the left wing because Saka is more two-footed than Madueke. But I understand Saka is your main man and you want him to get the ball more, and the right side gets the ball more. But even in that case, Trossard was
um
supposed to come off a long
um,
time ago. And
uh,
when
y-
Martinelli scored, the way Martinelli scored was one of those. And dude, the way we played the second half was the definition of sitting down, looking at Arteta in the face, and being like, "Dude, yeah, you like for such a genius, you can be such an idiot. Like for such a you can. It was not difficult. It was not a hard decision to make today. You're playing home, play attacking. When Man City were defending like for majority of the game, I was like, Man City are not that good. They're not that good anymore. You're supposed to attack them. They were going to defend. All you had to do is watch their previous games, man. That's that's why today
you in
Arteta,
particular,
huh?
you in particular have been licking your lips at this Man City defense for a very long time, just for
Bro,
Arteta to
bro,
start
did you see the
Mourinho and
goal
Trossard.
did you see the goal they conceded today?
It looked like you guys were a man down.
Dude, did you see the goal they conceded today?
Man City, yeah, with
One ball
Martinelli
over the
kind of
top.
over the
Martinelli
top.
runs through, kicks the ball. Dude, when you see something like that, you just put your hands, you just like what you know when you have that moment. And there were just so many moments in the game where like after we scored we didn't want to attack anymore. That
Oh,
like there was still like 5 minutes left. There's just so many moments in today's game that made me go, listen, Arteta, you have to change. No one else has
bro,
to, because it's
you
only a
know,
matter of time before we play. Like next week we're playing Newcastle. It's so he's one. It's gonna be Marino, freaking Zubamendi, and like I can't go through that Havertz thing again, where he was playing Havertz as the midfielder to such a dire degree that we were all sitting down and be like, I'll be honest, man, what is he seeing? There's so few moments in like where Arteta. There's these moments where you're like, I just want him to explain to me what exactly he saw that made him think,
you know,
yes, again,
I think,
again.
I think, I think he was trying to cheat the system. I think he went. How can I be the best defensively and still have like an attacking? He's like, oh, Marino last season
I
was
think
great
so too.
attacking, but he's a very good defending player. So I'm gonna try cheat the system and have him in for both.
I
Doesn't
think
work
I
like that.
think so too. I think so too. And it's not about. I actually don't think it's about striker Marino. I think it's because Marino
Yeah,
genuinely is a pretty good
it's
attacking player, just
it's
even as a
about
midfielder.
attacking. Yeah, it's
But
about
he's a
attacking, not strike. Attacking. He said Marino was great attacking.
yeah, he is.
I have a
He's a
quote from him.
great
He's
attacking. Like he's a great midfielder when it comes to attacking. A great attacking midfielder. Mm-mm. He's like a third man runner. Like he's
Yeah,
not the cam, he's not the creator. This thing, I hope it dies today. I hope it dies today. And the only reason why, like I said, the only reason why I'm a bit calmer is because at halftime he made the change. Because if he made the
mm,
change at 60 minutes, I was gonna be so
nah,
pissed. I can't like you can't even like at
you
halftime
can,
he was like this. I've halftime. Do you know what halftime substitution means for a manager? I fucked up.
that's the moment I was like, you know what, Slot might be all right. He substituted Kwanzaa for Kanate at halftime. I was like, you know what? Fair enough, man.
A
We
halftime
have a better
substitution is the
we have a better
definition of I fucked up. My
and
bad.
you know halftime
Oopsies.
substitution is a halftime substitution is not just I messed up. I'm also man enough to see that and do it immediately. I don't have
Yeah,
to
I don't have to
wait the
see more.
entire game.
I
Yeah,
don't believe this
I
is gonna
saw
change.
enough. Yeah, I saw enough and I realized this is not going to improve. And I'm man enough to say I made a mistake.
Yeah,
I missed.
that's
That's a
like I say,
halftime
that's the
substitution.
only reason why I was like, okay.
But do you think Noni should have been out? Because I think that was the
No,
mistake. I think it was Trossard and Marino.
I think it was Trossard and Renito too, and I think the whole time, the whole time since Arteta's been in Arsenal, there's been a big disconnect between you know the fans and Arteta. There's like a massive disconnect between both of us because he
Well,
thinks certain things that we don't think. Huh?
I thought he was patching it last season with how he was telling you guys to come to shit pad.
You're silly. I'm
No,
not even gonna entertain that. But what's the word? There's been like a massive
yeah,
disconnect the whole
yeah.
time
But
between
I actually thought he was bridging it. I thought he
nah
was
nah